Hi everyone, Justin again from DefensX, and welcome to part 3 of our deep dive series. Today, in this video, we're going to go over our settings underneath the management section here. So obviously right off the bat, when I click settings, it takes us to our global settings. From here, you can see some additional options in here. We do like to run our passwords through the Have I Been Pawned database to make sure that no passwords have been compromised. But as you can see as well, we have some additional ways to sign in. We also have Okta and MiniOrange and Azure and Google are available as well. You can also choose to show the usernames and the logs if you don't want to for privacy reasons, and of course where you can change your time zone. That's for the custom up here for global settings. For Azure directory settings, it's pretty straightforward. All you have to do is add their domains inside of Azure here. Then once you've added all the domains, you just got to grant us permission to read groups and users, and that's it. You're ready to go. As I mentioned earlier, we will automatically create the user for you. The very first time that user logs in, we're going to utilize the computer name / the login name. Then if those devices are Azure joined, we'll pull that data as well, and we'll automatically add the Azure ID to the proper user. And then of course, if you have your groups synced over, then we'll also add them to those proper groups. Now, unfortunately, due to a limitation with Microsoft, it's going to pull every single group out of that Azure instance. But what you can do, because maybe you don't want to use all those groups, you can actually add those groups you do want to use to group filters. Then when you go down to user groups here, you'll see this option to remove unused DefensX groups. So you can kind of filter out the groups you don't want to use, as you can see here. So that makes utilizing groups a little bit easier. Okay, so as you can see here, we have that Azure integration. As you can see, there's more to it. There's Okta integration, our MiniOrange integration as well, things like that. And then we also have our SaaS restrictions. This is a very important protection. When this is turned on, you're going to add all the tenants of your customers' Office 365 domains in here. And what this does is this prevents the users from accessing any other domains tenants than the ones that they're choosing here. Okay, so kind of put in a simpler term, if I had this turned on, I could access my Office 365 account for my DefensX. I could not access my personal Office 365 either. This way, you're help protecting that Azure instance from all sorts of ways of phishing, because that's how phishing kind of gets you these days. They send you that fake email saying, "Oh, you've got a voicemail." They gives you a link. You go to that link. It looks really legitimate. It looks just like your login page. But it's not. It's actually to another tenant. What the malicious person is trying to do is trying to get you to type in your password and hit enter, and then capture that traffic, even though they know it's going to get an invalid password. With this, they won't even be able to put in a password at all. It'll straight up be, nope, you're not allowed. So very good, nice protection on this one here. For our message templates, these are those pop-ups that we might see when a user goes to a website that they've never done the credential protection for. So these are fully white labelable and fully brandable and fully customizable. All you have to do is hit new message template, give it a name, and once again, if you make it public, that's your global system. As you can see from here, we can also choose our different ones in here as well. So you can easily choose main, but you can also do this when you create the customer as well. By hitting preview, actually sends you in here, and you can actually come in here and totally configure everything, including what the button says. So if you want to make it look a little bit more personalized, you can. Maybe a little bit easier on language, absolutely. You want to put your logo here, right on. You want to put your customer's company on there, very well. You can easily do that in here. So everything's 100% adjustable and customizable for you guys. And as you can see, every single dialog box we have has the ability to be different from all the others. So if you want to be very customizable, you absolutely can. So next up, we have our subscription. So here at DefensX, we offer 3 versions of DefensX. We have Core, Core Plus, and Premium. Now here's what's kind of cool. We're not an all or nothing style of company, meaning everybody needs to be on Premium. Everybody needs to be on Core Plus. Nope, not needed. You can attach all 3 subscription types to your customer. Then you attach a group to that subscription. Now those people have Core. So while everybody can utilize Core fully and totally protected, not everyone needs Premium. Maybe you have a customer where they have a C-suite, the CEO, the CTO. They want a little bit more, flexibility because, they pay the bills, right? Well, maybe for them, I give them Premium and I go into my policies and I create a special group for them. So maybe that instead of medium risk being blocked, I choose isolate instead. Oh, I've got a group of people who need Core Plus, because that is where our file download protection comes into play. You know, maybe they're in charge of sponsorships and contracts, so they're constantly downloading files. Well, for them, I'll give them Core Plus. And then for everybody else, they just get Core, which gives you the content filtering, the read-only mode, and the credential protection. And that's the beauty of this. You don't have to move up everybody, which is really kind of nice. So looking at users, pretty straightforward here. As you can see, like I said, when the very first time they log on, we'll look them as the computer name / the logon name. And then, yes, if they're Azure joined, you'll see their email address right above here. But you can easily see some basic information, what IP address is, when's the last time they signed in. I can easily come over here and edit the user. So maybe I want to make this person an admin. I definitely can. If you want to make them an admin for just this customer tenant only, make sure they're just a customer admin. And then partner admin, you only see this in your own tenant itself. This means that they'll have access to all of your customers, so utilize for your own internal guys there. But as you can see, you can actually add all those information in here, like so. So I can even see what endpoints they have available here. So you can see like here, agent, and then a whole bunch of extensions. So you can see it like that. And then you can see this one down here. Just a couple of extensions so far. So pretty good information on here. Now, down the line in the next deep dive series, I'll probably go over our cyber resiliency reports. But one thing I want to point out here before I move on is I can mouse over and I can get a nice 30-day risk score of my users. And I'll go more into this into the next video here. So, and then finally, let's look at the bookmark manager. So with this gives me the ability to deploy a favorites folder. Okay, so you can see here, DefensX test, I have 6 URLs inside of it, and hey, there it is right there. So now I can actually provide a favorites list at deployment. I can give everyone exactly where they need to go to do their job, including new hires. Yes, I can add subfolders to this, and yes, I can also assign folders based upon what groups they belong to. So you can be very customizable with this, and it's very nice and an easy use way to do this. So next up, it's going to be over logs and reports. See you there.